Hi everyone, it's me, your host for the channel Explore with Sonam Jerry. Okay, so basically, if you go through my YouTube channel, basically you will see some of the videos, for example, videos about some monuments, some temples, and even with about some hiking trails as well. But in those videos, I haven't come up and I haven't spoken anything. Basically, I was just showing you those beautiful scenario and beautiful monuments about our country. But today I'm gonna introduce myself properly and let you know basically who I am. Basically, so let me tell you, my real name is Sonam Hinsoke, and I'm a passionate photographer, but I'm not that much professional. Just it's just that out of interest, I try to take pictures whenever I'm free, and I'm quite a passionate hiker. I most of the time spend time going for the hike through the forest and through the hiking trails, and then I'm by profession I'm a culture tour guide. Okay, so today in this video, what I'm trying to do is basically I will be introducing you about the do's and don'ts whenever a tourist visit our country. Okay, and I'm from Bhutan, by the way. Ah, okay. So now what I'm gonna tell you is let me first of all tell you what you need to do, okay, when you're in Bhutan. So first of all, the most and foremost important thing is smoking. Bhutan is one of the country whereby smoking is quite a big issue out here, okay, and Bhutan is one of the country who has totally banned the selling of tobacco in the whole country, okay, but it does not mean then again that you cannot smoke, okay. People does smoke, to be frank, out here, okay. It's just that people has got a proper designated area where they can smoke, but they cannot freely smoke openly, okay, like in other countries, for example in India and other countries as well, okay. We have very strict rules, and if you have been caught means you will be heavily penalized with some fine, okay. So make sure do not smoke when you are in Bhutan. And then the second thing is as a tourist, everyone has got a habit of taking beautiful pictures, right? But make sure once you're in Bhutan, though people are friendly, people do not mind taking the pictures, but it is very important to have the courtesy to ask for the permission to take a picture. For example, you see a adorable baby, you want to take a picture, though the baby won't mind, but at least if there is someone like the parents, ask the permission from the parents, can I take a picture, can I take the picture of the baby or something like that. People really appreciate their one, okay, though it's not a big deal, but it's still to be on the safer side, I'm saying for that reason, okay. And then this another thing is whenever you are in Bhutan, we have a very strict dress code for all the tourists, okay. So when I say dress code, so we require the dress code whenever you visit a religious site like fortress, temples, then stupas, and government offices, in case if you have been invited, okay. So out here, when I say proper dress code, what it means is the dress code out here basically includes long sleeves clothes, okay. Like for example, like this. If you are having a long sleeves like this, then that's fine. Then you're allowed to go to the fortress. Then you won't be stopped by the policeman. But in case if you're wearing t-shirts like this, okay, for instance, let's say like you are wearing this kind of a half sleeves, since it is a hot, so if you try to enter inside the fortress, then sorry, you have been stopped by the policeman. The main reason I would choose is uh, we as a Buddhist, we have a very respect for the senior authorities, okay. So when you wear a long sleeves clothes means that shows respect for the senior authorities, okay. And then so in overall, what I'm trying to tell you is when I say proper dress code, you need to have a long sleeve t-shirt and the long pants with a boots on it, okay. But for instance, let's say like you have a half sleeves cloth, but as long as you have got a collar, okay, in case if you have got collar, that's gonna be fine, okay. And so proper dress code is mandatory whenever you plan to visit temples, monuments, and then fortresses. Okay, so make sure you keep in this in mind. And then and as a tourist in Bhutan, most of the people they visit fortresses, then monuments, and then some temples as well. So what happens is as soon as you are walking around the temples, it is like always important for the uh, tourists to make sure you walk it in a clockwise direction. Okay, clockwise direction. It has been part of a culture whereby we have been doing it from the very ancient time. And in case the tourists do not do in a proper way, means people find it quite weird and offended. So make sure you guys do it in a clockwise direction. Okay, like stupa. So when you walk around the stupa, make sure that you walk in a clockwise direction. Okay, and which is very important, which otherwise people will give you a very weird looks, and some people might scold you as well. So I don't think you would be visiting any countries just to get a scold from those peoples. Okay, and then in Bhutan, whenever you visit a temple and the fortresses anywhere, as long as you are in the courtyard, that's not a big deal. But once you when you are planning to enter inside the main shrine, then what you need to do is from the footsteps, then you have to uh, remove your shoes. Okay, and then make sure you wear thick socks, because the flooring is mostly a cement and you might feel cold, especially in the winter. So basically what you need to do is when you enter inside the temple, then you need to remove the shoes, and then you need to go inside. Okay, so and when you are walking nearby the fortresses, and then whenever there is arrival of any high official, it's really important to take off your hat. Okay, again that's mainly due to the respect and appropriate manner of showing the respect to your senior authorities. And then myself being a tour guide, whenever I'm on a tour, I have come across many a time whereby there is a group of tourists. Okay, and they are really enjoying and they are really happy with the like sightseeing that they are doing inside our country. But the main problem out here is out of happiness, out of excitement, they started like making a lot of noise, which is really a pathetic to see. Okay, so as far as we are concerned, our country is quite a small country with a very peace loving. So we do not like those like people shouting top of their lungs and all those things. So make sure you please maintain a silence whenever you are in Bhutan, like be it in a hotel, restaurant, even in sightseeing. So if you can do that one, it's really a good for you as well as for anyone. Okay, and then make sure like as a tourist, whenever you visit Bhutan, make sure to use the uh, Tourism Council of Bhutan certified hotels, then guide, then uh, tour operator as well. This is mainly in order for you to be on the safer side. Okay, because as long as you are in Bhutan, if you happen to stay in a low budget, then you might come up with some problems, and then it's gonna hamper your, I mean it's gonna ruin your vacation, as well as you're gonna give us a bad feedback, and it's gonna ruin our country's name as well. So if you can use the Tourism Council of Bhutan certified hotels, then you're gonna get a good facilities, then you're gonna have a good sleep and everything, and in a way your vacation is gonna be a memorable one, and our country is also gonna get a good uh, reputation as well. So for that reason. Okay, and as far as I'm concerned, our country has got all like certified guide and all those things. So there out there I don't see any problems. Okay, and tour operator, like for the foreign peoples, like American, then British, and all those things, they have to basically pay $250 per day per head. So for them it's mandatory to have a tour guide through, and they have to come through the tour operator only. But when it comes to like Then Indian clients, Bangladeshi clients, and Malaysian clients, they are the one who are being exempted from those $250 paying. Okay, so for them, they can come out here without any tour operator, without any tour guide, and they can stay in any hotels. But as far as I'm concerned, make sure you use properly like certified hotels in order to have your memorable vacations. Okay, and then whenever you travel, make sure you carry a valid travel documents like passport, citizenship, identity card, all those things. Okay, and sometime what happens is you will be asked to produce it by some officials. In that case, you need to show it. Okay, there is no problem with that one. And then in case like say like you are in Bhutan and you have been traveling quite a minute, you have been in Bhutan for many a times, and then all of a sudden you lost your travel documents. Okay, in that case, do not panic. Okay, do not worry. What you need to do is, first of all, you just need to inform some police. Okay, they're gonna help you out. Or other thing is, what you can do is you can go to Tourism Council of Bhutan office. If you cannot find it, just Google it. You will get the number and just call them and inform them that you have lost your travel documents. So in that way you will be helped and you won't land up in any problems. Otherwise, what happens is, if you lost that travel documents like passport, it's gonna be really problematic for you, whereby you cannot leave the country, as well as when you're inside the country you will be harassed uh, due to those problems. Okay, not by people, but the situation is gonna be quite a pathetic for you. Okay, and then make sure when you are on sightseeing places, make sure you use a proper designated toilet facilities. Okay, because nowadays what I've seen is some people like they might be in a hurry, whereby they go to the bushes and they just pee, and which is really very pathetic to see. That's the act of illiterate people, whereby I don't think any illiterate tourist is visiting Bhutan out here. Okay, yeah. And there are quite a lot of things which I want to tell you, so please bear with me. Okay. And then so let's say like you are in Bhutan and you have visited one fortress. Okay, and fortress is one of the very beautiful gigantic buildings, traditionally built. Okay, and out there what you see is, all around the wall you will see a beautiful pictures. And I know like everyone has that temptation, no, everyone get that temptation to touch and feel those things. But as far as I'm concerned, please do not do that one. Avoid touching those uh, paintings, those murals. Okay, because when you touch it, then it's kind of a, your hand is gonna get dirty, as well as those painting gets faded away. And that's the reason why we don't allow taking of pictures inside those temples, because of your flashlight, it's gonna fade away those paintings. Okay, so do not touch those paintings. And again, not only paintings, there inside there will be some big statues as well, and sometimes people try to touch those things, which is totally inappropriate manner. So please do not touch those things. Okay, and then Bhutan is one of the country whereby we strictly prohibit the carrying as well as usage of the drones in our country. Okay, and many a time I have seen, not many a time, I mean once I was in a tour and I saw one foreigner. He was like proudly flying his drone high up in the sky, and I asked him, "Do you have the license?" He said he is a licensed pilot and he has a license. But I said like, "Do you have the permission to fly the drone in our country?" And he did not had any idea. And I explained him properly that you cannot do that one. You need to have those documents and those approval by the ministers and all those things. Otherwise you're gonna be land up in a problem. And we have very strict rules, whereby if you are being caught uh, using the drone in our country, means first thing, your drone will be seized. Okay, and you won't be getting back your drone. And second thing is, you will be penalized with heavy fines. I find out when I say heavy, it's really heavy. Okay, like more than $500. Like what it can even goes up to $1,000 as well. So I don't think you're gonna waste those amount of money out here. Okay, so please do not do that one. And then and then when you are in Bhutan, and as long as you have been accompanied by your tour guide, you will be briefed what to do inside inside the temples. Okay, whereby you basically cannot take a pictures inside when you are inside the temples. Once you remove the shoes, means that's a signal that no pictures allowed inside. Okay, so keep it in mind. And then and the very sad thing out here, what I see nowadays is, I know we are a human, and in order to show our humanity, what we do is we try to feed the wild animals, right? So, for example, like you are driving from the borders area, like from India, from the south, people come, and then along the highway we see so much wild animals, especially the monkeys, okay, the Assam macaque. So, people out of compassionate, what they do is they try to feed those wild animals, and we do not encourage anyone to feed those wild animals, okay? Because what happened is when they're in the forest, they have the ability as well as tendency to go and search for their own food, okay? But as a tourist, when you feed them, they get pampered, okay? They get pampered, and then next time they won't be staying and looking for their own food, but instead they will be coming nearby the road, and they will be begging, I mean not begging, but they will be encouraged to come and like get the food from those tourists, okay? And in that way, like we are not helping them in a proper way. And some they give them biscuits, some they give them other things like fruits, and all those things are okay, but sometimes you give something which is not gonna be good for their health. So in overall, do not feed those wild animals, okay? So you are like pampering them, and then it's gonna be problematic for them. So do not feed the wild animals along the highway or even in the park anywhere, okay? They can like go anywhere, and they can roam around the forest. They will able to find their own food, okay? And then this one is about the lake, okay? In Bhutan, we have so much lake in high elevation, high up in the mountain. And in Bhutan, all the lake are been considered as a sacred, okay? We have a legend behind that one. Then those legendary stories whereby we worship it, and it's considered as a sacred. So when you are nearby the lake, do not throw some stone or do not swim in the lake, all those things, which is totally prohibited, okay? And then what one thing what I saw is, I know because as a tourist you do not have any idea, much of idea when you come to Bhutan, what you need to do and you cannot do, okay? So one thing what I saw was like when I'm with my tourists, what I say is like I show like this is the king's portrait, this is that and that. But sometimes no, like tourists, what they do is they pinpoint like this with the one finger, okay? And if they pinpoint this finger to the king's portrait, or let's say to the religious figures, that's really an inappropriate manner. I know it's you are not doing intentionally. I know it's like you did not know how to do it, so it's not a big deal, but I'm saying, okay, for anyone who tried to come next time, so do not pinpoint with one finger to the king's portrait or religious figure, because it's totally inappropriate manner. The most respectful way is what we do is we do like this, okay? Like this with all our finger like this. That's the most appropriate manner of pinpoint. Showing to the when you wanna point to the like king's portrait or the religious object like this, okay? So it's gonna be a really respectful manner, okay? So and then last of all, before I wind up this video, so one thing what I have noticed is, especially in Hindu culture, like in India, you have their culture of putting your both your hand over the flame and then touching your face. Okay, I know it's in your culture and you respect a lot. Okay, but when you are in Bhutan, please do not do that one, because we also consider that flame as sacred, but we are not supposed to your put your hand over it and touch your face. Okay, it's completely inappropriate manner. Okay, so what you need to do is you need to keep a distance. Even when you go near it, you need to cover your mouth and all those things. Okay, so please do not do that one. And the other thing is yeah, so basically these are the things what you need to do and what you should not do when you are in Bhutan. Okay, so I hope this video uh, finds very informative, and I hope my video it's gonna help you a lot whenever you visit Bhutan. Okay, so happy travel, thanks for watching my video, and I hope if you like it, hit on the like button and then share as much as you can. Okay, so I hope to see you guys in Bhutan. Bye.